Hey everybody, it's Aaron again, and I'm back with another new series. If you haven't figured out, I've kind of been rebooting my channel at this point as I've added a bunch of new stuff. I'm hoping to make this more of a main series for myself. This is a Feed the Beast series, a Minecraft Feed the Beast series. Here is my current house with a bunch of my junk in that chest and a bunch of random stuff. I am going to be leaving this house similar to how I've done in the past. I have built a new area out in the nether, and with that, a new zone in the world. And so we're going to basically be going there without a whole heck of a lot. And we'll kind of be starting over. So, real quick, give you a tour of my current place. A bunch of junk over here, furnaces and stuff. I just built a bunch of this new stuff, carpenter table and all this other crazy junk. And I don't think I have anything up here yet. No. And then of course my roof. I decided I really like this autumn biome, so this is where I built my house. We will be going all the way through town, so in this episode you'll kind of get a tour of the way things look right now on our server. Unlike some of the other servers where I kind of pushed for us to have a name that I could put on there, I basically said screw that, and we just call it the Feed the Beast server. This is the same group of friends that I played with before on this server. So before we go, I'll show you what I am leaving with. I have a pair of long fall boots. It's very hard for me to give those up, especially with the work that is required. We play with the Mindcrack mod pack, so it uses, I think it's Greg Tech, which changes many of the recipes. So it becomes a lot harder to make some of this stuff, and the long fall boots are kind of a given. I'm taking two of iron picks, shovel, axe, sword. I'm taking a bow with nearly half a stack of arrows, a bunch of cobble that I've gotten from my current quarry, a little bit of wood, food, a bucket, table, torches. That's pretty much what we're going to leave with. I'm going to limit myself to not use anything I have from my old stuff over here. This is basically, I set up a sorting machine because I built a quarry and I just had it funnel into a bunch of chests, and so then I've set up a bunch of sorting, and we'll look at that down here real quick. And then I have all the pipes, so this is all cobble down here, dirt. The only things I'm not going to limit myself to using to come back and get are dirt, sand, and cobble if I need it at the new place. But otherwise, I'm just going to leave the rest of that stuff. I won't use it for anything in this series. So this is my current place, so we're going to go ahead and take off. I also built a rubber tree farm. It's kind of off over in that area. I'm not going to bother showing you guys that right now. So this takes us to town. This took a lot of glass. So the rubber tree farm is right there. This took me quite a while to actually build through here. I'm not that far from town, which is right near where you spawn in this world, which is pretty neat. And I'll show you spawn, and we'll run over to the first area I built in on this map before we go into the nether and head out into a whole new world. I guess just hang on to that. So this is our main area. I'm not the one. I built some of this stuff, but I didn't build most of it. The first part of this shop I actually did build. This area has been quarried out quite a bit by the owner of the server, my buddy Chris. So all these quarries are his. We have a quarry that was over here that is actually one that I built way back. It was the first quarry we had, and you can see a bunch of he came in here and set up fuel for it and everything. But here was the first quarry. I've learned a lot since we did that. But let's go ahead and go look around a little bit. So this started out as an actual village that spawn is literally right over there. There's a sign right where my crosshairs are at. That is where spawn is at. So we spawned literally right in front of this village, and so my buddy Chris was the first one who really spawned into it. And he spent one night here in the town, and it got invaded by zombies, and he ran away like a little girl. And all the villagers are slain. so the village is empty. But he's kind of come in and done a bunch of stuff. But so we basically took it over, and it kind of became base. And so like this is his house here. And you can see he's got portal guns, and he's got a wolf. I owe you 2 enders. Nick was here, must have taken some stuff. I know down here, I don't know if he ever got it finished. Nope, he kind of set it up. Oh, maybe he did. He was trying to build a nuclear reactor down here. I'm assuming he must not have gotten it done, but that's what all this reinforced walls and stuff are in here for. I don't know as much about the Feed the Beast stuff as the other two, Chris and Nick, that play on here. I was one of the first people on the server, but I played the hell out of it at the time, but I quickly got too busy and couldn't play anymore, and those guys started playing a lot, and so they continued on, and so I'm way behind. We are going to grab one more thing out of here. A stack of eggs. So we realized that setting up a chicken coop, like I tend to do, if you put these obsidian pipes down here, you don't have to worry about the eggs just sitting on the ground, which is pretty darn nice. So in here we kind of have the epicenter of town. It's literally got almost everything that you can possibly have out of the Feed the Beast stuff in it somewhere. And it even, there is so much stuff here, I don't even know. I don't know what a good majority of the stuff here does, but Chris is the one who spends most of his time here, and he's the one who has set up all of the organization for stuff, and there's more chests out over there. Up here we've got a bunch of fuel related stuff. The next area we're going to go to is where I first started building on the server, which was a fuel station, because I found it when I spawned. The first thing I noticed is there was a huge oil geyser rising way high into the air, so I ran over there and started working on that area, and so we eventually started piping all the fuel over to here, and so that's what started up here. And then we have a bunch of the creosote oil, or however that's said, from the furnace, the industrial furnace, which is what all this piping is for, obviously. So, alright. We will move on now to the, it'll take a little bit to get over there. We'll run over to the fuel station that I built. It still hasn't purified all of the fuel that I saw, but I kind of gave up. I didn't give up, I just, when I kind of quit playing it, so it stopped running it, because I didn't want stuff to explode. So this is our sign. You literally spawn right here. So you can see the village that was there, all the other stuff there now. So, we also replanted a bunch of the cactus. You'll see walls of cactus over here. And we did that because of the to make waterproof pipes. One of the ways to do it is to cook cactus, I believe, and you can make tubing out of it, waterproof tubing. Which is why all this, because there's all this pipe and stuff here. A lot of this world generation is pretty much the same. We did cut a bunch of the world out at one point, But I'm pretty sure this is this way because he set up a quarry here. We used the same world seed that we used before, but we cut it out because they did an update to the Mindcrack pack. Because we started this server literally, really as soon as Feed the Beast started becoming popular, and they modified the Mindcrack pack with a bunch of different ores and stuff, and we decided we would cut a bunch of the stuff. And so here's my fuel station. We're gonna sleep real quick to get rid of the nighttime. So here's the fuel station. It actually says my fuel station. At one point there used to be a bunch of tanks along the bottom here that had the fuel was going into. You can see the last one here because I never came back to take it out, but so that's what that sign was there for. I also did the powered furnace thing, which got a bunch of the redstone that I used to build my place. So over here was where the oil geyser is at. It's still present, but not nearly. We finally started getting it down into the stuff. One of the other guys must have come over here and run this some more, because I don't think it was down that low when I was last here. But it used to cover this whole area with oil, and it was shooting way the hell into the sky. And then we've got a bunch of fuel refineries up here that we'll look at real quick. This poor place has been blown to shit so many times. That's why this is all cobble here instead of stone, or cobble instead of sand, because it got blown to hell so dang bad. Creepers kept sneaking up on us. But this was my first place. I've got all kinds of random crap sitting here still too. But so this was our very rudimentary first attempt at building multiple refineries and stuff like that to try and get this fuel out. I've got a lot better strategies for some of this stuff, but this is about all of my experience in Feed the Beast. There's loads of other things. There's jetpacks, stuff like that. I haven't built anything like that. I have no knowledge of even where to start. So this is going to be kind of a fun learning experience for possibly you guys and certainly myself. This was me messing with turtles, mining turtle at one point. And so we've had to mine out a couple different spots, mainly just because I was screwing around, because I thought the turtles were kind of interesting. So that's what all this is down here. And there's one back there, but there really ain't much to it. All those furnaces and stuff used to actually be down here that you saw in my house. I just moved them back over here. So there you have it. That's the my fuel station. My first mark on this map. I also ran around and explored a bunch of this stuff over in here. Because we quickly realized that making quarries and stuff, diamonds, man. The other thing I recall, if I recall correctly, is some stuff that wasn't as useful, like gold, which isn't as extremely useful in vanilla Minecraft, is required for many things in this. And like you can see, these are gold pipes, and gold pipes transport things so much faster than normal pipes or any of the others. And so we used tons of gold to make that kind of stuff, just to try and get the fuel over there quicker. But alright, so the next part of this episode, we are going to actually head out into the new area, and I explored it just enough to I literally popped through the portal to spawn that area so that we didn't have to wait for it to do that, and to find out, to make sure it wasn't just a giant ocean biome, because what fun is watching me sail on a frickin' ship for an hour and a half. I will tell you the area that I've built in the Nether for myself, I did use a bunch of the materials that I had gathered in my time here to kind of make it look cool. So you get to see that. I am keeping the experience points that I have, but it's just because I don't think it's worth killing myself to get rid of. So here's our nether area. There's a fortress, I believe it's like somewhere over here. I found it once, but to be honest, I haven't been back in here since I first ventured out, so I don't recall exactly where the fortress is at anymore. But I do know that we have one that isn't too far away. This was one of the guys trying to build a, what the hell was it called? Some kind of magma powered furnace or some such. And from what I had heard, it didn't work out very well, but what do I know? So we're gonna go ahead and the nether and the feed the beast stuff is about 3 times more dangerous than it was before. So here's my my little thing. I used a bunch of the xenolite or whatever the hell it's called. My buddy Chris showed me about these blocks, and I had a bunch of the green, and so I've built it way the hell down there. As green is my favorite color, so I figured why not. And the crystal chests I stole. I'll be honest, I stole those just to put stuff in, and jack-o'-lanterns. And as you can see, I used the same red brick, as that was kind of my signature before, because I tend to enjoy that quite a bit. So we're gonna ride this railway the hell down here. You can hear all the fun of the gas that we got. I know one of the new things in here that I haven't had the pleasure, in air quotes, pleasure of experiencing are the stupid flaming bats yet. But we'll spend some time in here at some point. We're just not going to worry about it right now. Come on. There we go. I'm just going to get rid of that. So here's my new nether portal. I will say that one of the things I'm hoping to find here in this new area is an oil geyser somewhere. So I've explored enough to know a little bit about these biomes, and I hate the biomes with big trees like this. Namely because it seems like there's always so many mobs that stay spawned. So I'm not sure which direction we'll go. We'll do some looking around, I think. I'm going to quickly open this up and write down our coordinates so that I can get back to the portal. I'd like to try and stay as close to the portal as possible, just because I don't, you know, I want to have access to that without doing incredible amounts of wandering. I will say that I am not incredibly pleased with the fact that we're in a snow biome. I was kind of hoping to avoid that, but it looks like on the map here, you'll notice I have a mini-map up in the upper right. It looks like we might have a chance at not being in the snow. That is a lot of saplings. I wonder what the hell happened here. Oh, we totally got to kill sheep right now because I did not grab any wool before I left. So I don't have a bed at the moment. I'm going to pick these saplings up, but we're going to finish killing some of these sheep here real quick. Need one more. Alright, we're going to go look around. So I have enough to make a bed now at least, so we can breathe a bit easier. I think it must be in a normal forest over here, maybe? I don't think this would be too bad of a place to start. We got some cows over there, I see. So we got a food source. That's definitely a plus. I think we're going to go ahead and we will... Oh, and look at that. Way over there. One of the things I was hoping we'd find, an oil geyser. So I'd say rock and roll. I think we're going to use this. At some point maybe I'll build a railroad, a short rail track over to the portal so that you don't have to walk. I see some rubber trees. Man, this is a... Looks like this is a bang up place to start. So this is rock and roll, man. I'm excited. Pigs, yeah, hell yeah. All right, so yeah, we're definitely gonna use this as my new starting point. That looks kind of neat, doesn't it? A tall mountain with a huge tree on top. So awesome, and I've got a steady wood supply. That's great. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna build a simple house for now. Something to just get us by, and at some point I will try to, or we'll look at building a bigger place, a better place. We're gonna go ahead and cut this tree down. So I will tell you, one of my favorite things about this this mod pack is the minimap. The main reason why is, if you didn't notice, I can actually see exactly what's on it. So I can keep track of mobs around me, and that can actually be pretty useful when you start becoming concerned about things like creepers. Don't get me wrong, I still get blown up plenty by creepers because I don't pay enough attention, but that's probably a bit bigger than I want, but oh well. Quickly throw this together. If you've watched my Pixelmon series, you'll already know this, but you'll recognize the house. Kind of a similar thought, but I really enjoy building houses 4 high. It's just one of the things I do. Oops. Oh, and that is the end of this episode. So when we come back on the next episode, I'm gonna quickly finish up this house, and then I'll call it good. And when we start the next episode, we're gonna probably do a little bit of caving to get things going. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.